Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Tua. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Tua now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Williams, a man in motion right. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready?
Back back to Mixon on second down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Herbert off of play action. They'll roll him out right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Herbert throwing again. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are back within a score in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 43-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's a give to Mixon. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Herbert on 1st down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And now the ball's out. fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 38.
153 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On play action, here's Tua rolling to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
A handoff to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams,
81 yards.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 13, check 13.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
174 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Joe Mixon. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Running left, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's just me and the ball. It's a safety crib.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
22. Come on. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go. Red, yellow.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is...
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. In motion right comes Allen. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Carmichael for a Charger touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen, the man in motion right. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to